Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Arcanum. I just came back between videos to the forest. I put a statue of Litani in the shrine here. We got our blessing from Litani, who's the elven goddess of something. One of the elven goddesses. And now we're going to be heading back to Tarrant. I should remember that was something I wanted to get done. We are going to try and get all of the altars done. No guarantees, of course. But we need to find a book, which is going to be at the library. Now, it would help if I knew where the library was. I have absolutely no idea. It's possible it's still in that same little area, I guess. I will also say that teleportation is a wonderful spell, and I do not regret getting it at all. Being able to blast around Ashbury and back in like seconds is so good. That's a magical armory. I'm going to check signs of places on the way up to the top north. I'm guessing the library is going to be near the university type situation. That's the Zoological Society, not that one. We could go downstairs. It's possible it's there. No, this just had some rats that we killed for some stuff. Maybe this is the library? It's University Court. The Library of Tarrant is right there. I just saw the sign. Here we go. You. Alright, we got a library card. I remember now. I say, you are the man who just survived the crash of the Zephyr. I read about it in the news I did. Seng-Ong, Horror Among the Dark Elves. Do you have it? Seng-Ong, Horror Among the Dark Elves. Sounds spooky. Does the library have it? Do you know who the author would be? Renford A. Terwilliger. Wait here for a moment. I'll go and look. Wait. I'm sorry, sir, but I was not able to find Seng-Ong, Horror Among the Dark Elves. However, I did find another book that may be of interest to you. And what would that be? The book is titled Curse of Seng-Ong. It appears to be a book about the one you are searching for. Sounds interesting. May I check it out? Of course, sir. She hands you the book. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's read this thing. In the following pages, I, Kendrick Wales, will attempt to explain in the plainest words possible the mystery surrounding Renford A. Terwilliger and his controversial work known as The Horror Among the Dark Elves. Many of the stories I will present to you are both strange and frightening, but I give you my word as an author and a scholar that they are the truth. Decide for yourself after the facts are presented whether or not you dare to believe them. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this. This is a very long book. Well, Coles notes it. He was born in 1750. Made his trip to the forest at the age of 18. He was accompanied by an elven tracker named Jaren Banal. Records housed within the Zoological Society validate this fact. Maybe we should go over there. Mr. Banal was never heard from again, or seen again after the expedition. Terwilliger's account of his adventures in the elven city of Kintara, or his discovery of the mythical Seng-Ong, no one can be sure. Many scholars believe his book is a work of fiction, and as all such fantastical literature was all the rage at that time, he is inclined to agree. There's an excerpt. Oh wait, hang on, let's read this. One must only look upon the events following the publication of Horror Among the Dark Elves to see that he very well may have found something deep within the glimmering that was never ever meant to be found. There were few copies of the books ever published. No more than 100 were ever released to the public. 4 days after the book was shipped to a Tarantian bookstore, the factory that printed them was burned to the ground, and the owner was found in his home brutally murdered by an unknown assailant. The 4 bookstores that had purchased the volume for sale in Tarrant, suffered the same fate. Only 15 copies of the books were sold, the rest were destroyed. Those 15 copies were in a collector's item. Each and every one of the owners of the books began to complain of strange happenings once the book was in their possession. Frightening noises and visions, shadowy figures following them. All their fears were too justified. All of them were found dead within 5 years of the initial publication, and their volumes stolen, burned, or disfigured beyond recognition. They had suffered what came to be known as the Curse of Seng-Ong. Mr. Terwilliger, strangely enough, lived a relatively long life, cursed in his own way to witness the the evil fruits of his labors. He saw himself as the cause of the horrors and wrote extensively of it within his memoirs. I will never forgive myself for what I've unleashed upon the world. Had I the courage, I would travel again to the glimmering and unleash a holy vengeance upon the evil creatures that have plagued our fair land and its peoples. Alas, I no longer have the strength nor the power, and now there is only my own end that I will pray for every day. So, yeah. The last known copy of the book, owned by Philip Misk, was thought to have perished with its owner in a fire almost 50 years ago. However, new evidence presented from a reliable source Discovered that Mr. Misk's son, Victor Misk of Caledon, still has a copy in his possession and is hiding for fear the curse will again visit his family. Okay. So we do have a place to go. It's Caledon. We need to go there. Let us go somewhere there. That's Cumbria. Where's Caledon? It's way down here. Luckily, we can teleport straight there, apparently. All we need to do is know of it to make our way to it. Hello? Anybody home? Nope. I don't know where anybody is in this city, so this is a brand new place. Who are you? Good day to you. How about you? Who are you? I say, you're the man that survived the crash of the Zephyr. I read about it in the news, I did. How did you get that newspaper down here? Caledon... Or sorry, Cumbria and, the Terrantian people are not exactly friends. Maybe they're trade people. Hello, sir. Can I ask your name? I'm David Witt, owner of this here farm. What do you grow here? I don't actually grow anything. This is a fur farm. I raise rabbits. My furs are considered the softest, finest quality pelts in all the land. You'll find my product in all sorts of finery, in the trim of a lady's ball gown, lining the inside of a gentleman's winter coat, even swaddling the newly born nobility. Sounds like you do quite well for yourself. Yeah, I've done alright for myself. And my daughter, at least I was. What happened? Something very strange has been happening lately. Every night, one of my rabbits is killed and partially devoured. The signs indicate a large beast of some sort, but no one else in the area is being bothered or has seen anything strange. If you're available, I'd really appreciate someone figuring it out. I'll try. How long has it been going on for? The killings have been happening for nearly a full lunar turn, werewolf. If things keep up at this rate, I'll be ruined within another 2. Rabbits breed quickly, but not that quickly. What about a dog? Do you own a dog? Or perhaps it's a wolf? There aren't any wolves around for miles, and I don't own a dog. Tried that before. Too much trouble keeping them from scaring the rabbits. I never had one that ate them, though. Anyone else live here? My daughter lives with me. You can talk with her if you'd like. She's missing a lot of nights. Suspect she's sneaking out to see her betrothed. Winks. Ah, to be young again. Let me talk to her. I'll see if I can find out anything else. She is definitely a werewolf. Greetings, I'm happy to meet you. What's your name? My name is Cynthia. Can I help you with something? I'd like to talk to you about the rabbit slayings. Oh, it's awful. The poor things. Devoured at night by some horrible beast. How do you know it's a horrible beast? Well, I don't know for certain. I have these nightmares about it every night. I dream some horrific beast attacks and devours one of my rabbits. And every morning I waken to find it's true. Please help us find what's doing this. Have you seen anything? Perhaps as you return from your tryst? Blushing becomingly. Oh no. Is that what my father told you? That I was seeing my betrothed for a time? But I have been so exhausted lately. I have not been awakening to make our rendezvous. Exhausted? But why? I'm very distressed by what's happening to my rabbits. As soon as the sun sets, I come to my room. I fall into such a sound sleep, but I do not awaken until it's morning. But I always awaken from the nightmare, and when I check on the rabbits, another has been killed. It's very puzzling. No one has seen this beast. I've tried to stay awake and keep watch, but I've been unable to do so. I pray you are successful in solving the mystery. I do not want my father to lose the farm. I'll keep looking for clues. Thank you for your help, Cynthia. You are definitely the reason this is happening. So, let's look around for clues. Do I just wait till night and then kill her? I wonder what time I would have to wait till for a werewolf to come out. We have more to do before that point, though. Let's go look around first, and then we'll deal with the werewolf problem later. That doesn't seem like the right way. How about over here? Even with haste on, still very slow movement. Alright, there's a newspaper. Oh, it's a Tarrant newsletter. Okay, that's the newspaper about me. That's how they know I'm here. I understand. Who are you? It's a pleasure to meet you. Hello, Kitzel. Oh, I did not recognize you at first glance. Eltimar, tell me, have you any news of Dudley? I am sorry to say I did not run across him in my travels. He appears saddened by your words. Well, I give you my utmost thanks for keeping an eye out for the chap. I can only hope that he decided to go home and did not feel it necessary to inform me. Thank you. You're welcome. Goodbye. Innkeeper? No, don't even talk to you. How about you? An honor to meet you. Must depart. How about you? What have you heard, madame? No, I don't really want to play a game. How do you do? My pleasure indeed. I got some questions for you. What can I do for you, sir? Can you direct me to the home of Victor Misk? Oh, the Misk residence is at 9 Grey Wolf Terrace. I'm grateful. Anything else I can help you with? What else can you tell me about Caledon? None of my concern. Thanks. Alright, bye. This is a weapon shop, or armor shop I should say. He's probably not going to do anything. Yeah, he doesn't want to help us out because we are not good people for him. I'm just gonna barter and see what he's got. Get some chakrams. We can be Xena, warrior princess. Anyways, a bunch of enchanted stuff, including some basic chain, or basic plate armor. Don't really need it. What do you have? Actually, we might have some stuff to sell. Let's sell this staff of Zorinth. I don't need that. I need that for something. The bone dagger we need. I don't think I need the white scarf. I need a ring of some sort. No, we have rings. We have lots of rings. We don't need anything else. Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. Let's go find a Misk. Well, let's go back to the tavern. Sometimes there's interesting things in the tavern. Yes, what can I do for you? Greetings, sir. Might I ask your name? Ryan Sanders, and who might you be? I am Eltimar, new arrival in this fine land. Well, what do you want, Eltimar? Looking for work. Do you got anything? Problem. The only problem I have is my father. I doubt there's much you can do about that. Why is your father a problem? My father is Jonathan Sanders. I'm sure you've heard of him. He waits for you to be suitably impressed. He's the largest landowner in all of Caledon. The Sanders name has been one of power and influence for generations. And that's a problem? Didn't used to be. He was always a strong, ruthless businessman. People feared him. His power and influence were a force to be reckoned with. Was? What's different now? He had an accident almost a year ago. It almost killed him, under his breath. Too bad it didn't. Brings his attention back to you. Ever since then, he's become a changed man. Changed? He wishes to be kind. It's pathetic. He goes out of his way to help the weak, forgives debts, even gives our riches away. He actually told me that our family history is shameful. I can barely stomach the sight of him these days. That's wonderful. I'm so happy you became enlightened. You two are a sympathetic fool. Do not speak to me again. Freaking rich children. Don't earn anything, and they're like, oh, I deserve it. Oh, hey, you're the fellow who survived that blimp crash. I heard you about you in the Tarantian. Yeah, that was me. Oh, wonderful. So glad you shared with me. Hopefully you'll have better luck in the future. Thanks. Thanks, man. That's just another guy who got mad at us for talking to him. Wait, hold up. There's like two guys here. What's he got for stuff? Oh, he doesn't like us. He's a racist. He has nothing for us because we're not like him, I guess. What is this giant castle? I'm going in. There's like a whole squad of council members here. They're not really men, I guess. Hello? I would like to stand. You're not supposed to be here, sir. Please leave the throne room immediately. Yeah, okay. You know what? That is a fair point. I definitely don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. I need to find Misk first. This is the high security prison of Caledon. This is Saints Avenue. This is a rather well guarded place. Why? Citizen? Hi. There's just a bunch of like... It's a zoo, I see. They got a little enclosure zoo. I used to love going to the zoo as a kid, and now I feel it's kind of mean to keep animals locked up. But as long as they're taken care of, I guess. It's worse to let them die at the hands of like poachers and stuff. This is a giant estate. Is this a Misk estate? No, this is a church of some sort. People are making weird clinking sounds. Not what we're looking for. Going into the graveyard.
Excuse me. I'll just be a moment.
Oh, okay. I'm following you. I don't know where you're going, but we'll figure this out together.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had something to do here. I'm ready to go when you are.
Virgil, what are you doing here? Whose grave is this?
Nothing. This is someone I used to know. Many years ago. I just thought I should stop by and pay my respects.
Lawrence Brummond. Was he a friend of yours?
Lawrence was my friend. We grew up together. In Tarant, actually. Our families moved to Caledon when we were older. He died in an accident. Terrible accident.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Please, let's just be on our way.
Okay, fair enough. Fine, let's go.
I'm sorry, well, forget it.
Why don't you just tell me, Virgil?
Perhaps another time.
Okay. Let's go then. Grey Wolf, this is it. Greetings, sir. Might I be of service? Yes. Might I ask who you are? Of course, sir. I'm Wesley Carrington, butler here at the Misk household. I see. Might I ask you a few questions, Wesley? Of course, sir. Where can I find Mr. Victor Misk? You haven't heard? Oh, I see. Perhaps you ought to speak with Mrs. Misk. She's in the parlor, sir. I'll do that. She's actually right here. Yes, what is it? A pleasure, madame. Might I ask who you are? The youngish woman before you is dressed in a dark blue gown with a small hat and veil. She is strikingly beautiful. Her hair is a deep shade of amber and her eyes ice blue, but a bit swollen and red. You surmise she's been crying. I'm Lillian Misk, wife of the late Victor Misk. The late Mr. Misk? He's dead? Yes, he recently passed. We put him in the ground not 4 days ago. I'm very sorry for your loss, madame. Have you a moment? Certainly. Can I ask you a few questions about Victor? What would you like to know about him? What happened to him? He drowned. Tears well up in her eyes. They found him down by the docks, washed up on the shore. We hadn't seen him for days, but he had been that way for the past few months. What do you mean that way? He became unbalanced. In the last few months of his life, he began having delusions, frequent anxiety attacks, ever since they released that cursed book. You mean The Curse of Seng-Ong by Kendrick Wales? Yes. Once the book was released here in Caledon, he began convinced he was going to be the next victim of the so-called curse. I tried to comfort him, to tell him that was an author's conjecture, but he just wouldn't listen. He would say, "They got my old dad, and now they're coming for me." We buried him a month later. Where was the funeral? At the Caledon Cemetery. It's northwest of here, near the Panari Temple. Was there anyone strange at the funeral? Not that I remember. There were a few of our friends, the servants, and some family. I have a few more questions about the book. What would you like to know about the book? Do you still have the copy? No, up until the last 2 weeks, Victor carried it on his person at all times. Then one day he came home and told us he had hidden it somewhere only that he and his old dad would know. We thought it was very strange, but then there wasn't much about Victor that wasn't. A few more questions about Victor. What would you like to know about him? What happened to his father? Victor's father, Philip Misk, was an avid collector of books. At one time he had the largest collection in all of Caledon. He died in a fire. It was deduced he had fallen asleep in his study while smoking a cigar. Something had caught fire, and he was killed in the blaze. Most of his collection was lost in the fire, but not horror among the Dark Elves. No, but Victor didn't find it for many years. It had been hidden in an old chest in the attic of our summer house. It seems Victor's paranoia may have been an inherited trait. Doesn't it seem strange that they both died somewhat mysteriously? I don't share that view, sir. Tears again. I'm not a superstitious woman. I miss my Victor more than anything, but I put no stock in such tripe. Both Victor and his father were victims of chance and circumstance. I'll hear no more talk of it. Got questions. How did it get out that Victor still owned a copy? Anger in her eyes. I don't know. We kept it a secret for very long. Only Victor and I knew, as well as some of our servants, but none of them would have said anything. They're like family to us, and we've always treated them so well. Well, perhaps Mr. Wales paid one of them a hefty sum for the information. Yes, I know, and we did ask them, but they all denied any complicity in the matter. I trust them all, and besides, I have no proof to the contrary. I suppose I'd be grateful if someone were to look into the matter. I'd be honored to offer my assistance. Any help would be appreciated. The servants are all around the house. Feel free to speak with them. Gotcha. Thanks, bye. Hello, sir. How might I help you? Yeah, who are you? Yes, Brenda? I'm Brenda, the maid. She seems to struggle with her words. She has a thick, orcish accent. I see. Might I ask you a few questions, Brenda? Certainly, sir. I have some questions about the Curse of Seng-Ong. She seems very nervous. Why would you ask about that bad book? That book drive Mr. Misk to his death. I don't want to talk about it. I'm investigating the matter for Mrs. Misk. Oh, what do you want to know, sir? Do you know how Mr. Wales found out that Mr. Misk had the book? No, She looks around, frightened. I know nothing about that. I love Mr. and Mrs. Misk. I never do anything to hurt them. She seems flustered, unable to find the words. I'm not accusing you. Do you have any information that might help me? She seems to calm down slightly. I know nothing. I just do my job, try to make money for my family. Her face turns red. She's obviously agitated by your questioning. I know nothing, sir. I just wish that Mr. Misk would come back. Okay. How about you, butler? A moment, Wesley? Of course, sir. I have some questions about that book of Mr. Wales. His eyes widen. You mean The Curse of Seng-Ong? That rubbish? I'm surprised. You have the audacity to mention the name of this house, sir. Especially knowing what it did to Mr. Misk. Forgive me, but I am looking into the matter for Mrs. Misk. He narrows his eyes at you. Are you insinuating I might have something to do with that, sir? I did not seem... I said that, Wesley. Perhaps you might be able to help me. He looks relieved. Good, good. I've been a loyal servant to the Misks for many years. I'd hate to think that Mrs. Misk didn't trust me any longer. Is there anything you know that might help me? He looks around, lowering his voice. I'm not one to talk about bad people. But if you're looking for a place to begin your search, I'd look no further than Brenda the maid. She may not look it, but she's... a half-orc. You just never know. An interesting theory, Wesley. Anything else you can tell me? No, it just infuriates me that someone would betray Mr. Misk. Hope you find the one, or find out who the responsible party is. I'll do my best. Wesley, good day to you. I know when to talk, sir. Are you a servant? Is there only 2 servants? Just the 2 of them? There's a locked chest here, and I kind of am curious about it. But I doubt that there's going to be anything inside of it, and I think getting murdered over it is a bad idea. This library here is also locked, and there's definitely something on the bookstand. Can I go into the library? If I bust open this door, are they going to kill me? Probably. Let's try it out, though. Yep, let's not do that. That's a bad idea. Okay. Maybe wait till nighttime. We need to do 2 things at night, though. Let's go deal with the werewolf problem first. We can deal with this book problem later. That's not the biggest concern. Let's go kill the daughter of this guy. I know that sounds harsh, but I think that's probably what's going to happen here. Let's go stand in the field of rabbits, and we'll wait tonight. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yep. Also, how do you stop the rabbits from, like, leaving? And also, there's only 4 rabbits. That's not a lot of rabbits. You need more rabbits if you want to run a rabbit farm. That just seems like an inadequate number of rabbits. Advance time to the evening. It's an honor. I discovered what's been happening to your rabbits. You did. What is it? I'm afraid it was a werewolf. A werewolf? Oh my. That would explain why no one ever saw anything during the day, wouldn't it? I trust you destroyed the beast. I did, but what? Realization dawning on his face. No, tell me it wasn't her. Who was the werewolf? I'm afraid it was as you surmised. Cynthia was the werewolf. No, this can't be. Not my baby, my sweet little girl. Suddenly turning wild eyes upon you. You killed my baby. She was a werewolf. She had to die. He's inside my square. I'm willing to bet that there was a better way to handle this situation, but problem solved. We're gonna move on. It didn't hurt our reputation, and the werewolf's dead. So is the farm, technically, but... You know what? We're gonna call that a... Pyrrhic victory. It's a victory. But at what cost? Let's go see if we can break into that house, and then we'll call it a video there, probably. My throat actually is really getting sore today. Whoop. Why are you all still awake? Go to bed, people. What's wrong with you? I'm advancing the day in 1 hour. Go to sleep so I can open this door. Please tell me you don't sleep on the couch. The maid just sleeps standing. Okay, I'll try 1 more hour. Hopefully they'll go away. Okay, I'll try 2 more hours. Maybe they'll go away. It's now like middle of the night for sure. It's 1 in the morning. Go to bed. You can't sleep standing up. No one does that except for the Borg. Huh. Alright, maybe we have to look for something else in this place, because we definitely can't bust open that lamp. We'll get murdered. There's a passport there. The Book of Durin's Truth. Tampering with the case may prove fatal. It is locked. I do want that, though, and these people are all in the way. There's no way into the library other than to bust open the door. Maybe I can do it from really far away and no one will notice. Thought that's, people being asleep would stop it, but we'll try this. Yes. It worked. Divinations and magics for the adept. That is not what I was hoping it would be. Okay, let's go stand back in that corner, because that actually works. And we'll try and open the other book thing. The Book of Durin's Truth. I'm going to take that with me, too. Why do I just have random books in here? I'm going to put the dynamite in here. I don't really think I need the dynamite anymore. Thank you for the book. We found a book. What do these even say? Pagan gods of Arcanum. So this is, or Arcanum. So this is for the quest, for the altars. This is a lot of reading to do. We'll work on that later. Oh, this is the book we got from Joachim. Or Joachim, whatever his name is. Book of Durin's Truth. Do you search for the truths of Durin? Do you seek stone and shape? Then walk the path and know the path that he follows in his wake. Have you found the place of voices? Have you heard the message clear? I think you have, I know you have, for else you'd not be here. The road from here is not much longer. You've traveled far to see this light. Your heart keeps strong, your courage long, the morning will be bright. Now travel to the vault of iron and bring with you the key of glass. The door swings wide and there inside you'll find your truth at last. I see, that's quite the riddle. We'll have to work on that. And in the next video we're going to figure out what happened to this book that we need for this quest. It won't be today though. It's a tomorrow problem. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, see you next time. Take care.